How would I choose a home inspector? You know what, honestly, because so many people rely on Google and Google reviews, when I'm looking for a tradesperson or a hotel to stay at or anything, a restaurant, my go-to is Google. I'm gonna go and check out the reviews first to see what other people have said, if they've run into any problems. If the Google reviews look good, I may just, move on from there. Another way to find out though would be to ask for, referrals from past clients. We've had a few clients contact us and they want to know what our clients think of us besides the Google reviews. And so they'll ask for a couple names, and so we'll reach out to clients and ask if we can hand off numbers. And we've had clients reach out to other clients to find out if we're above board and we're any good.
Here in Alberta, we have to be licensed, insured, and bonded. So you want to have that sort of information in front of you as well to make sure that they are working through the government guidelines and through their standards of practices as well. The other thing is too that's good to know about home inspectors is there's supposed to be ongoing training, education along the way. Our training with our company, we had to actually do twice as much as what the regular Joe Blow home inspector has to do. So our training was much more rigid with what we went through. So there is differences in what education is. A lot of people ask for backgrounds and stuff like that. Backgrounds, they are good, but they aren't the be-all end-all, because just like everybody in whatever occupation that they've chosen, everybody has to start from square one, so to speak, and then work their way up to learning and education and whatever else to become good at their profession. So as much as, what's your background, yeah, that's an important question as well, but it's not the be-all end-all. What makes a good home inspector? Customer service and treating it like it's your own, right? Basically, every time we go into a home, it's as if we're going in looking for if it was our family that was going in there. And then same thing with the education on the other end of it. When we're done the inspection, is we want to make sure that we have answered all the questions of the clients. We usually take a tour around the home and the mechanical room sort of thing, show them where the shutoffs are. So education's another big one as well. We're also open after the inspection, the reports have been sent out for more questions if they have any, to give us a call or email us. And we've actually gone back to homes a few other times to relook at things to help calm their nerves or to check something out. A good home inspector is make sure the clients are taken care of.
What would make a bad home inspector? Bad home inspector who doesn't put customer service at the very top of the list. Somebody who is there just for the money or doesn't take the time to answer a client's questions and put the client's mind at ease. For most people, this is the single biggest purchase that they're ever going to make, and it's a scary purchase. And there's a lot of nerves, there's a lot of excitement, but there's a lot of fear as well that goes into a home buying process. And so part of a home inspector's job is to help calm the nerves and hold them a little bit along the way. A bad home inspector wouldn't take the time to do that. Another quality of a bad home inspector though is to address each concern as if the sky is falling, kind of like a Chicken Little moment where it's, oh my gosh, your furnace is 25 years old, you're gonna need a new furnace, so that you're gonna have to budget for that now. We don't ever treat any concern that we find as if it's a red flag. We treat it as, here's what we found, here's some options for you, now you get to decide how you want to deal with that. So a bad home inspector really scares the client. What sets apart from other home inspectors is the fact that you are getting a husband and wife team coming in. You're getting two sets of eyes that are looking at it. You're getting different backgrounds coming into the home.
Different understandings. Jules and her background, even being a mother and a wife, understands a lot more of the main floor sort of things, like the kitchen, and that people are going to say, oh, you're doing a blue and a pink thing. Well, it definitely comes in handy when you get into the home inspection to understand your areas of where you're working at, right? As I worked through the trades for over 30 years, you had people that were really good at certain things. That's what they did. So that's what we bring to the table with that, as well as also with the customer side of things as well. Julianne is really excellent at the administration side of things and helping people understand what's going on when they're prepping and booking an inspection. And then if there's technical questions at the end, that can be referred over to me. And so we work off of each other quite well.
Yeah, we play to our strengths. So definitely there's some roles that Cam is much stronger at, and there's some that I'm stronger at. And so with us, you're getting two people that can handle just about anything that gets thrown at them versus one person who maybe doesn't have some of the strengths in their own background.
What's it like to educate the clients on their home? A lot of people don't understand what their home does or how to maintain it, sort of thing. So the education process is super important so that people can learn what their house can do and should do. And just like their vehicles, and we try to explain it that way, is basically you know to take your vehicle in for an oil change every so often. It's the same thing with your house. Whether you have a patio or a deck or siding or whatever, everything needs to be maintained. The sun, the weather, it all does damage. Moisture, if there's any sort of problems inside, same thing, it will do damage. Furnace, hot water tank, they have filters. Having somebody come in and do a tune-up on them once a year is an important thing. So maintenance is a big thing. Sump pumps as well. This year we were kind of lucky we didn't have a lot of rain and stuff like that, but we had a lot of people that phoned us up and said, I've got a dry sump pump, it's broken, what do I do? Well, a dry sump pump's perfectly fine. In fact, that's the best sump pump to have because then it's never running and you never have to worry about water issues in your house. So it's knowing and understanding your house and how it works. Even in our reports, we do have links to videos and stuff like that to help people understand more if they take the time to do it.
Our reports are also a big education piece because it's not just a list of deficiencies for the home. There are deficiencies noted for sure, but probably a good 60 to 70% of the report is also just maintenance tips, like Cam said, links to videos for learning, people to follow up with if there is that concern, who you can follow up with that can help you resolve the concern. So we encourage people to not look at it as just a list of deficiencies, but kind of a how-to manual for their home for the first couple of years that they're living in it.